everyone, I'm Elaine, and today we'll be discussing Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes by Edith Hamilton, published in 1942. So, a little background about the author. She was born in Dresden, Germany in 1867, but was raised by her American parents in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She was a voracious reader, just like her father, who taught her how to read and write Latin and Greek. But she was especially interested in Greek literature. After retiring from being headmistress of an all-girls school, Hamilton devoted herself to classical studies and writing, and wrote several books, many of which pertain to Greek or Roman art, life, and literature. She earned a National Achievement Award in 1951 as a distinguished classical scholar, and she even became an honorary citizen of Greece in 1957. Because she loves Greek and Roman culture, especially literature, she wrote several books about them. The two stories I read are Pyramus and Thisbe and Daphne. Pyramus and Thisbe follows two young lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, and the tragic fate they meet for wanting to be together. Their families basically hate each other, so they ban the two from seeing each other. However, they still continue to meet up in secret. And when they couldn't bear it anymore, they begin planning their escape and promise to meet under a mulberry tree. Thisbe arrives first, and when she gets there, she sees a lioness and runs away, leaving her cloak behind. When Pyramus arrives, he sees the lioness tear up Thisbe's cloak and assumes that Thisbe's dead. In grief, he stabs himself with his own sword. Thisbe comes back and sees that Pyramus is dying and deduces that it was because of her. Feeling grief as well, Thisbe grabs his sword and plunges it into her, and the two die together. I really enjoyed the story. Even though it was written in 1942, the author's writing style was really fluid, and it was really easy to understand. She was very descriptive in her writing, which made the story much more exciting to read. The short story reminds me of Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, because of the whole star-crossed lovers concept. So I wonder if William Shakespeare himself used this as an inspiration for his own play. And there was the quote on page 138 that I thought was really significant. It reads, "The deep red fruit of the mulberry is the everlasting memorial of these true lovers." Originally, the mulberry fruit was white, but the blood of the two lovers dyed them red. So what the quote is basically saying is that the reason why the mulberry fruit are red is because of what happened to Pyramus and Thisbe. The second story I read was Daphne. So Daphne is a huntress and is the daughter of a river god. Basically, she does not want to do anything with gods because she knows nothing ever good happens when a human involves himself with them. So imagine how surprised she was when Apollo, the god of war, starts chasing her in the forest. Daphne runs as fast as she can, and when she sees her father's river, she calls out to him, but he doesn't respond. All of a sudden, she turns into a laurel tree. Apollo watches her transform and is heartbroken. However, he declares, "With your leaves, my victors shall wreathe their bows," and Daphne sways along as if in agreement. I don't think I will ever think of wreaths the same way ever again. I thought the ancient Greeks wore wreaths because it was something normal for them, that it was a part of their everyday life. And I never really thought of what they meant or where they came from until now. Overall, I enjoyed both of the stories, and perhaps because I enjoy reading Greek and Roman mythology, and even Norse mythology. But I was never bored while reading the book. I really liked it. And I definitely recommend this book. Not only is it super easy to understand, but there's so many different short stories in there that there's bound to be at least one that someone likes. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this book talk, and I'll see you later. Bye.